Hey guys, hope you're all doing good. In this video, we are going to be learning about for loops. You will have to use for loops when you're trying to repeat a set of actions again and again. For example, let us say that you have 5 flower pots, right? So I'm going to have pot number 1. Oops. All right, pot number 2, pot number 3, and pot number 4. Maybe I'll add one more. Let's say pot number 5, right? So say that I'm giving you instructions, right? I'm going to say that, okay, you need to start from pot number 2 and water up to pot number 4, right? Then what you would do is you would actually go to the pots and you will actually go to the second pot, right? You magically know that, okay, this is pot number 2, right? And you know that that's actually not pot number 1. You know that it's exactly pot number 2. You will start from there. Once you have watered it, you will go to pot number 3. You will water it. You will go to pot number 4. And then you'll water it, and then you won't go to pot number 5 because you know that the instruction was to water only till pot number 4, right? So we'll stop there and that's it. Doing this is exactly what for loop does. The action that you're repeating is just watering the pot. The only thing that varies is the pot number, but there is a starting pot and then there is an ending pot, right? There's a condition. This is what you call as a for loop. And to do this, from a program point of view, you need to be very explicit, right? You need to say, okay, I'm going to use a for loop for pot number, right? For pot number equal to starting pot, all the way up to ending pot, right? And what am I going to do? I'm just going to water the plot, right? So I'll just say watering pot, all right? And that's it. This is exactly what I'm doing. So if I run this, obviously starting pot is not defined. So let's just define it here. So starting pot is going to be pot number 2 and ending pot is going to be pot number 4. So now let's run this guy. There you go. You can see that watering pot is being displayed 3 times, right? Now what I can also do is I can say, okay, display the pot number also. All right. So if I run this, you can see that I'm getting the message watering pot number 2, pot 3, pot 4. Watering pot is coming from line number 15. And when you say pot number, the number is getting printed out, right? So this is the beauty of for loop, right? Because this pot number gets changed automatically. The for loop is changing it in the back end. All right. So usually what people do is they basically don't explicitly define what this should be called. So in this case, I'm saying pot number. Usually when people write programs, they say that for I is equal to 2 and it goes up to 4, right? And we are going to display watering pot and we're going to end this. So both of these syntaxes are exactly the same. The only difference is that this syntax, lines number 14 to 17, is a bit more clear. Now this right here, right, what is this? This is called as a colon operator, and if I have to replace that into pure English, I will basically say that it should be 2, right, for starting point to ending point. However, if I run this, it's not going to work. That's because Matlab does not recognize that. So I have to put colon operator, unfortunately. If you are designing your own programming language, you can say that if I put in 2, that means that I'm prescribing a range. You can do that if you want to, but MATLAB does not work that way. So let's try to understand what this means. So in this example, starting pot is equal to 2, right? And ending pot is equal to 4. So let me just type in starting pot colon ending pot and see what happens. Boom, there you go. So it automatically gives me the values between 2 and 4. How cool is that? Just by adding a simple colon operator, which is called as the range operator, I'm able to generate my array, right? I can say that this is going to be pots to water. And if I say equal to, my pots to water is now 2, 3, 4, which means pots to water is an array. You can see that it's an array given by the square brackets. And you can see that its dimension is 1 row and 3 columns, right? How cool is that? Now, one thing that I want you to try out is you can change these variables name. So for example, you can say for j equal to 2 to 4, right? You can even type in your own name. For example, if your name is John, you can say for John equal to 2 to 4. The program would still run, but it does not make a lot of sense. Okay, with that, I would like to conclude this video. I hope through this video you understood how a for loop works. Alright, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.